Hey guys, it's Kate. So recently I had the opportunity to speak with Dr. Craig Wright about AI. He decided to show me his ChatGPT history and explain how he uses AI in his everyday work, what's good about current AI, what could be better, and of course, what this means for the Bitcoin Satoshi Vision blockchain. We discussed dumb AIs, dumb humans, and some pretty smart ways to use this technology. So let's listen in on the interview where he starts off discussing his latest PhD thesis in physics.
We're talking effectively hundreds of pages worth of document, etc. And going through and finding errors in all of this is horrible, especially when there are multiple files. So I use AI to basically check that I haven't done anything, that my style hasn't gone too polemical, because my writing is always polemical, but sometimes I go too far. You'll notice that Uni of Exeter PhD, it's 4.0. I haven't done anything for ages on it, apart from like the checks, thesis proposal review, etc. You get the bullshit from it, the sycophantic crap that it gives you. Read what it says about my writing. Have I done something? Could I do it better? Are there recommendations, which I may or may not keep? So as an example, popping in a chapter and basically rewriting until I get it right. So rather than just trusting my own opinion, I go over all of this that way.
So basically what you have here is a PhD thesis that you write, and it's completely original, but you check it through ChatGPT to see if there's any legitimate counter arguments.
Correct. Yeah, I look where I may have gone wrong. And the same with my proposal. I double check whether it's actually I've missed anything. So have I done this well as a sort of research proposal? Have I missed anything in my documentation? I put in basically looking at arguing that black holes aren't really what they say they are. They're a type of, trying to dumb it down without going into some of the terms, a type of waveform in a quantum scenario. So literally, which I'm not even going to try and make sure I pronounce that correctly. It's one thing to type it, but German names are horrible. So investigating this, so it's PhD in physics that I'm applying for. I'll put in for Cambridge and a couple other British universities. Fingers crossed. It comes down to, can I find a theoretical physicist who will take it? Most of them don't. I have...
A lot of people are talking about that, Dr. Craig. They think you're time traveling.
Well, I'm afraid not. My area of theoretical physics is QM of materials, not black holes, so I won't take you as a student because that's too hard for me.
Really?
I'm going to. Yep. Thanks for that. Topic is a bit distant from my research areas. It requires a strong theoretical background. I'm sorry. You are listed as a theoretical fucking physicist. I'm not trying to be mean and nasty, but you're one of the top bloody people at ANU who are listed as a top freaking physicist. And you're going, it requires a strong theoretical background. And you've rejected me because as a theoretical physicist, you don't have a strong enough theoretical background. Okay. Thank you.
All right. Could be tough to find that person. Yeah. So when you check your work through something like ChatGPT, you find some arguments against what you've written, and how often do you find inaccuracies?
Oh, all the time. Swear at the damn thing all the time too. So this is an example of checking whether as I said, I don't want these things to write for me. Does it follow the plan fully? I want to make sure I haven't gone off target in a novel I'm writing. It starts writing, and my comment is, do not ever draft and write my work. So starts trying to actually fulfill things for you. That's part of their task, which I find bloody annoying. So I'm actually asking it not to write for me. I've asked about this, if Germans had won the war. I mean, I use that today as an example.
Right.
Britain would not have won on its own. It lacked manpower, but Germany would not have won. So it goes against what I actually argue. So where I was having that argument with Will, and he's going, I'm an AI and all the rest. Well, actually, AI, as I showed, Grok won't, ChatGPT won't. None of these things will take my view. So the chapter I just sent you, I've validated that I haven't fucked up. I've said my chapter 2, which is more than a chapter, it's 200 pages. I've made sure that I haven't missed anything or done anything. Have I handled reorganizations, etc.? Yes, I have. If you're writing a 200-page chapter of what effectively becomes a 4,000-word book, as a human, we're not going to remember every little aspect and whether we've done it correctly. We miss things. So this will be a little signaling tool going, oh, fuck, I actually missed that. I forgot about it. Mm-hmm. So validation of citations. So checking these things. This is one of the posts I wrote. You'll see that it's me having written it and then dropped it in here. And it's not me getting AI to write it. It's my evaluation of, like, this is one of the ones they claimed must be AI. So what I have done is I've validated what I've done with AI. I've made sure I haven't missed anything until I get the post as bulletproof. If there's any arguments I've missed or anything like this. So it's a little bit sycophantic in how it writes, but you'll see the cases, rebuttal, etc., minor critique, high aggression. So AI doesn't like how I write.
Yeah, I could tell. You use AI as something like a more advanced, at least, search engine to...
And foil. I actually put my arguments to it and said, and effectively, where have I screwed up? Have I missed something? Have I not provided a premise in my argument? Because it's very easy to forget in your own mind to jump from point A to point B to point C and forget that there should have been an A1, A2, A3, and that they're in your head and you know them, but you haven't stated them.
Right.
So,
but how accurate are these popular AIs that everyone's using, ChatGPT and Grok?
There are good and bad aspects. You can get them to focus on things, but they make a lot of mistakes. So you have to you have to have the knowledge to be able to pull up where they have hallucinated or done anything wrong. So as an example here, this here is looking at part of what I've pulled up on photolithography. This isn't what is in my essay, but I've done an analysis of that and then rewritten everything here. Well, as it says, you've effectively executed a confidence counterattack where you disprove the accusation of being an AI or an idiot by not getting angry and blah, blah, blah. So like I said, I use it as a tool to, increase what I can do.
Right.
The same way people used to use Google to get information. Google Scholar actually is sort of something I use quite a lot. If I'm going to load these things in, I use Zotero, so I automate all my citations, etc., which now loads into Overleaf.
Remember when the internet used to be somewhat accurate?
Yes, once upon a time. Now there's too much other stuff. So
Right. So there's some potential for AI on blockchain, and a lot of people are saying, why is Dr. Craig so into AI? Why is he writing about AI? Explain that a little bit.
basically, it comes down to there's a future in this tool, but not the way people think. It doesn't replace human thought. It's a symbolic matching engine. So it doesn't actually have rational thought. People get that wrong. People who don't actually understand will think the process is more accurate than it is. And it is going to be summarizing things incorrectly at times, but you have to have the knowledge to be able to fix that. But what we need is a more truthful mechanism. So the first part of that will be having a database that can hold more information. So that we can have the equivalent of NFTs holding books and information such as text and words, etc., that can be provably linked. And then we can find all that in a way that creates a product that spits out truth, not the bullshit that we currently get. So right at the moment, I'm trying to finalize the framework for a graph and SQL database that build on top of the blockchain. And that will be an essential part of some of the earlier writing I did with sort of being able to monitor and link to scientific arguments, papers, etc., knowledge and information. So these tools will make us more effective if we can use them effectively, but they'll also make us less effective if we don't. So AI has the capability of being the new sort of Google search engine, the new way of finding information, of summarizing things. I don't use it to read papers I want to use. I use it to, when I search for something and find 200 papers, to find the top 20 papers that will match the topic so that I can get the 10 papers I want to reference for my article. I'll read the 20 papers, I'll take notes, etc., and then I'll summarize those. But I had to read all 200 papers, I would never finish anything.
Right.
So AI basically is a method, a tool to accelerate what we do.
Right. Now, what could be the ramifications of your work in AI on the BSV blockchain?
Basically increasing use and scaling. So we're talking about millions of tokens, etc., and a way of linking and attributing the training files. So no more I just copy and take this for free, but actually paying fractions of a cent for what the AI uses, for quoting correctly, for holding information actually accurately. So part of all of this is going into creating a source that can't lie, that can't hallucinate, that validates everything that it puts forth.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. All right. So how far along are you in this venture?
I'm a little bit behind where I wanted to be because of many other things in the world, but by about January next year, I'll be trying to get a project going with lots of other people, because building an SQL database, building a graph database, these are all large projects beyond what I can do myself. For instance, the sort of creation of something as large as SQL itself is just ridiculously large. Mm-hmm. So before getting into AI and things, I'll need to accelerate all of that.
Have a good one, Dr. Craig. Good to speak with you.
Okay, thank you.
Bye.